Good morning, guys. Hope you're all having a fantastic day today, and happy Saturday. So, a friend of mine, one of my YouTube buddies, Mr. Mediocre, he helped me get in touch with the 4K release of the Star Wars films that was recently just put out. And now that that's been taken care of, I'm going to go ahead and launch Davinci Resolve and see if I can go ahead and give it a go here in color grading it to see if I can get it to kind of match Adywan's color grade for his work on Star Wars Revisited. Let me just go ahead and pull that up. I'm just going to be using Adywan's Revisited grade or as a reference. He actually did this on the 2011 Blu-ray edition, and I'm actually doing this on the 2020 release here. Alright, so let me just go ahead and play back a bit here. Alright, so we're down here on Tatooine mat here. Alright, so I think the first thing I want to go ahead and do is fix like the red and magentas right over these clouds here. Right now I'm going to go ahead and right click on this and I'm going to call it base node. And then I'll add another node. And then I think I'll go into the qualifier tab and then go ahead and select these clouds here. It already selected a large chunk of the planet here, but we want to try to narrow it down just so that it is selecting the clouds. Huh. Well, maybe that's not going to work out, but there's another method I could try, and this is kind of like what I like to do to white balance things. I like to go into the Windows tab here, and then kind of draw, using the power curve tool, I like to just kind of draw a path over an area that should be white or gray. I'm just going to focus on that, and then I'll move over to our vector scope here as soon as it loads. There we go. Might just kind of expand the scope a little bit just so that we can see there. And then I might just go ahead and move over to our temperature settings. Is it not having any effect on it? Oh, now it is. Huh. It's just taking a while to load. Okay. Or what I might actually do is go ahead and use the highlights. And I want to try to bring that white blob over to the center. There we go. Go ahead and minimize that. Shut off the window. There we go. Alright, that's looking pretty good so far, I think. Before and then after. And I also kind of like to compare and contrast the views by going to the split screen, versions, and original. Alright. So already the Tatooine mat is looking clean, but it did take some effect on Tatooine's moon, so we're going to have to fix that as well. Well, I'm going to just go ahead and rename this to Tatooine Clouds CC. And now let's go. I'm going to go ahead and add a layer node. And I'm going to go ahead and take one of our, well, shut that off real quick. Come on, work with me. Why is the edit not showing up? There we go. Alright, so now that the circle is all selected there, I'm going to go ahead and just drag that over the moon. Turn the softness down some. There we go. I'm also going to add another circle here. Oops, got a notification. Okay, sorry about that, folks. Now I can go ahead and go over to the keyframe section. I'm set a keyframe for both correctors 2 and 4 there. For some reason, when you set a keyframe, you have to move the masks in order for a keyframe to be placed. I don't know why. Okay. Now what I can do is go to our key settings here, and I can track backwards to get these to stay with the moons. Track reverse. Okay. Yeah, but since it's kind of moving out of frame, it does not look like that it's working out so dandy. So I might just have to kind of track it by hand. So I'll go ahead and play it backwards. And then move these guys down so that they track with the moon. Boy, let me tell you, color correcting and color grading is not as easy as it looks, because it's just super time consuming. It really is. Alright. Let's go ahead and do the same for this moon. Alright, so that works there. Go ahead and just kind of play that forward a little bit. Alright, so let me go ahead and name this Tatooine Moons. Got my water and coffee too. Alright, now what I want to go ahead and do is turn on the magic wand tool so I can focus on the moons here, because I need to correct them to look more gray. Go ahead and bring that out there. Let's see. They're kind of darkish, so I might just play with the midtones a little bit. And I might also just take the saturation down some too. Maybe about 30. See. Alright, so far not looking too bad. The picture is starting to look a little darker though. So let's add another node. Move over to waveform. I think I might call this node exposure and contrast. Alright, so there we go there. I might also want to see if I can do something about Tatooine's glow there to kind of get it to show more. So we'll add another node one and we'll call this node Planet Glow. I'm going to go ahead and take the power curve tool here, and I'm just going to go ahead and draw a around the glow part of Tatooine. Increase the softness up some to maybe about 10. Okay, maybe take the softness down to a 5. Alright, that's looking pretty good there. And once again, we're going to have to go through the same thing where we got to track this baby. Four. Oops. Just want to make sure I'm getting the entire section selected. Alright. Turn the denoiser on a little bit and maybe the blur up as well. There we go. Alright. Then I'm just going to draw a shape right around here. So that way I'm restricting my edit only to this baby. Alright. Now let's move over to the vector scope again. And let's see what we can do to move this white blob to the center. Looking good so far. Okay. And let's play in our favorite game of tracking. Okay. Now, is it just me, or does anyone have no life? I know I keep asking that a lot. I'm gonna have to do the same thing with the Star Destroyer, too. Next frame, and then just move that aside. Okay. And now let's go ahead and work on the Star Destroyer. Okay. Go ahead and right click on this. Label Star Destroyer. Okay. Go ahead and click on the Star Destroyer hull. Okay. Okay. Time to track this? No, now. At least this one ain't as tricky, so that's a big plus. Oops. I don't want to jump too far ahead of the curb. Still got that big bloom haze to deal with there, but we'll get to that shortly. Now what we kind of need to do here is maybe add some glow to that. Okay. Let's see if we can fix those lights there. Star Destroyer. Dock lights. Draw a mask up here, that way I'm restricting it to the Star Destroyer and not Tatooine. Okay. 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 Gotta do something about that moon here because the window, the mask here is overlapping the Star Destroyer and we don't really want that. Okay. 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 There we go. Oh, well, now that's just looking flat out ugly. Hopefully we can change that soon. Why do I feel like that it was easier to color correct the 2011 Blu-ray than it was with this one? Well, I mean, the day ain't over yet. Alright, so now what I gotta do is find a way to take a still shot of the mat here before the blockade runner comes into view. Okay. Wrap still. Thank you, don't care. Is there a way how I can just like freeze this frame, mask it out, just kind of like how you do in After Effects? You know what? I might have to actually just look it up. Okay, freeze frame.
For just $67, you can make as many
Yada,
videos
yada,
as you want.
yada.
And you
YouTube
never
ads,
pick up a
don't
camera or use
care.
any
clip to my timeline. Let's begin by positioning the time marker to where you want to freeze your frame. Then use a blade tool to make a cut at the time head's position. Press the right.
Okay, well, he's in the media pool. Okay, let's go to the edit tab.
Arrow key on your keyboard once to move the time marker forward one frame. Then key on your keyboard once to move the time marker forward one frame. Then make another cut at the time marker's current position. Use the plus/minus slide.
Alright, pull up the inspector tab here.
Slider to zoom in on your cutout frame. Then right-click the frame and go to Change Clip Speed. Check Freeze Frame and click Change.
Okay, so. Oh. I'm on the wrong window. No. No.
For just $67,
we gotta
you can make
listen
as
to that
many
again.
videos as you want, and you never need to pick up a camera or use.
Okay. Now I'm in Resolve. Okay. Now what tool do we use? Let's say it was R. No. Okay.
Freeze your frame. Then use a blade tool to make a cut at the time.
The blade tool. Okay.
Time head's position. Press the right arrow key on your keyboard once to move the time marker forward 1 frame. Then make another cut at the time marker's current position. Use the plus-minus slider to zoom in on your cutout frame. Then right-click the frame and go to Change Clip Speed.
Okay. Change clip speed.
Check Freeze Frame and click Change. Now just move your trailing clip out of the frame's way with the selection tool and drag the frozen frame's end to extend its duration to your liking. Alright, now when I play this back, I have a nice looking freeze frame effect. Okay, and that's it for this tutorial. Thanks for watching.
Alrighty, so clip speed, freeze frame. Okay. I don't. There we go. Now, what I gotta do is drag this towards the end of the shot. And once I do that, I got to find a way to mask that out.
For just $67, you can make as many videos as you want, and you never need to pick up a camera.
My name is William Justice.
William Justice. Alright, now with this selected, oh, what's wrong with that picture? No. There we go. Okay, well I figured out how to
Today I'm going to please subscribe, comment below, hear from you. What if we have an image that doesn't have transparency in it? We're not going to use the alpha channel from the image. Alright, so now that we know a little bit how the masks work, let's create some elements from the beginning of this video. I'm going to go pretty quick. I really just want to give you some viewers. Make it blue. So we can actually use a background or other nodes in Resolve as a mask. So we're going to take the background over on the left, and I'm just going to make a gradient out of that. So we're going to do let's do a vertical. Didn't have to use the bitmap. Connect with the mask and hit 2. The grayscaler, the luminance changes in this image to affect the mask that's being applied to the background. So the brighter areas are solid and
okay. Alright, how do I want to do? Cool. Can't believe I'm researching while I'm doing a live.
Drag the end of the image clip to either extend or decrease its duration. Now to change the size and position of your image, select it on the timeline and go over to the right to change the size of your image. To change its position, just drag the position values. Thanks for watching and see you next time.
That doesn't help.
This is my video. It's pretty good, right? Well, it's a little boring.
So we've showed you, and then drag it over to this. So now that's activated, click this icon here to get you into the window section. Here you'll...
Wait a minute. Ah! That's how it was done. My bad. I feel so stupid now. But I still gotta animate the position too. Oh, well, never mind. I don't have to. Sweet. Okay. Okay. Do 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 do. All we gotta do now is just figure out how in the heck we are gonna get rid of that haze. That's gonna be a challenge. Yeah, well, oops, that's not gonna work because that one's masked out and isolated. So would I have to make a layer node? Okay, seems like no matter what I do, this keeps wanting to screw with me. Well, this is a challenge and it's embarrassing. Alright, I got a bit of an idea. Just move you off to the side and then I will focus on the rest. Or maybe not. Is it possible to merge
Who's that? A free TurboTax live tax expert.
Why do you need a tax expert?
His advice is free, and I can file for free.
Is my son still a dependent if he eats my food?
File a simple return for free, now with advice from a TurboTax live expert.
Video, and since I rotoscoping, no trees, can't be it can't just have basically an apply mode. Like if you put screen and multiply, that's not gonna, you know, if you do any of these to say remove a white or a black background, that's not gonna count. It's not going to keep. It's not gonna color grade that. Okay. I did shoot it in slow motion. I guess it doesn't matter. I probably can tell the difference a little bit. I don't know. Anyways, we want to grab a really thick part and put it over these buildings. I then right-click, drag the merge node into the Illumicure node as the garbage mat, which masks out all the trees. So basically the video we have now is
Well, alright, that took well to do.
It's me jumping over the roof with nothing behind me, no trees, no sky or anything. So this okay. We'll basically name all these because it can kind of get the gamma a little bad. Nah. I think putting out the base looks cool. Okay.